Oh.
Hello.
Oh, Dix,
Hello.
we had an intro.
Hello.
Welcome to the 1730 Nation.
There it is.
I'm 1730 Nate. And that's DJ Angle.
That's me.
And tonight we have a guest, Adam Webb from Disasterland.
That's me.
They're pretty cool. He's pretty cool.
They're alright. He's alright.
Why don't you judge for yourself by watching this tonight? Never mind. Fuck, I'm good. Need someone to write some lyrics for you, bro?
Is that for the free form poetry on the spot?
Yeah.
I got that shit.
Who writes the lyrics, by the way?
For Disasterland?
Yeah.
I write the lyrics, and for the most part, I write the melodies and the songs. But like I create my part, like because I'm vocals and guitars, and then we have a bass player and a drummer. We're a 3-piece band, so I'll write the guitar part and I'll write like vocals, and I'll bring it to the band, and then we'll just jam it out until it finds something. Like it's like I like to think of it as everybody in the band writes the song, because like when we first started, I had like 20 songs.
You bring the building blocks and then they help you piece it together.
Yeah. So like when it first started, I had like 12 songs that I was already like had my heart set on, and then I just taught them like that, and just like but then I got really.
Is that the album on Bandcamp?
That would be the first album that was we were supposed to do like a 2-part for it, but then we like scrapped that idea, and we did the first album with Caleb, and I just don't,
Caleb.
Yeah, the songs weren't like super, like when I had written them, it wasn't like a full band creative process. It was like and then I don't know, I just think we've been writing better quality stuff since then. Like
Once you got them involved.
Yeah, it became more of like, I looked them in the face, I was like, I do not want to tell you guys what to do. Like, I do not want to tell you guys what to do. I mean, like, we'll obviously have suggestions for each other, but then I guess that's the creative process.
I've heard of bands that are like that though, where it's like the lead singer like makes everything, and he's like, this is how I want it, don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the bands that I hear that are like that are not around anymore, because like, eventually the people are just like, then like I'm done. Like I just want to play and I want to be able to do what I want to do. Like, but I have to do what you want to do. Like all that shit.
So everybody thinks like with bands like Queen, like that Freddie Mercury wrote everything, and like since the Bohemian Rhapsody like biopic came out, like it actually made you realize that everybody in that band was really talented musically. That they had, like their first album was like most of it was pre-written before Freddie even joined the band. That Freddie Mercury did not write every song that Queen put out, and that's just one thing that people have like a weird understanding of. But then you get like Jimi Hendrix, where all of their songs are like apparently all of their songs were written in the studio. Like Jimmy was like, hey, I have this, and then they learned the songs in the studio and then they record it. So it had like that really natural raw energy, because they
now
had,
did
like,
people learn it, or did Jimmy just get really high and then just start playing everything and recorded it, and he was like, where'd the band go? And they were like, oh, they left, dude.
I mean, I hope not, but I mean, I guess he kind of did OD.
Wait
so
for his biopic. We'll see that.
Yeah, I'd like to see a Jimi Hendrix biopic.
Yeah, get on. Hey, Hollywood, get on that shit.
They did one.
Did they really?
Hey, thanks, Hollywood. You're
Yeah.
fast.
With the guy from, oh man, there were 2 of them.
Jamie Foxx.
No. What's the one where they're
Jamie
all
Kennedy.
wearing green? Hey.
Green Man. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No.
Dayman, Fighter of the Night Man.
Champion of the Sun.
Andre 3000.
Oh, Outcast.
Outcast. Yeah.
Oh, what movie was that? It sounds familiar.
Was
This
the movie
is
about
a Jimi
Hendrix?
Hendrix. This is a Hendrix biopic.
Yeah, with Andre 3000 and Big Boy.
I don't know about Big Boy.
No,
I think it was
just
just
Andre?
Andre 3000, yeah.
Oh, you think it's Semi-Pro with Will Ferrell and Woody Harrelson? Yeah, that was about basketball, not Jimi Hendrix at all. Andre 3000 was in that one too.
Wow.
Yeah, mind blown. I know.
This is like a new. Is it? Hold on.
You know who they should get? Or am I the only wrestling fan in here? Yeah. Okay.
The small nod.
There's a wrestler in NXT right now. His name is Velveteen Dream. He would make a good Jimi Hendrix. His character is practically like Prince, so he already has like that like vibe going on. He could totally do Jimi Hendrix in a movie.
Yeah, the Jimi Hendrix biopic, 2014. Jimmy, All Is By My Side.
4 years
Who
ago.
played this? Who played him? Yeah, Andre Benjamin. So I'm assuming that's Andre
Yeah, that's
3000.
him. Yeah. Nice. That's a good choice.
Oh, now I know what movie I need to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ugly Dolls isn't that just came out? Yeah, it's the one you need to see.
I actually was pleasantly surprised. I was digging through my Xbox a while ago, and like way back in the day, I used to enjoy like even like as a like 12, 13-year-old kid, I was enjoying like those stoner comedies.
You
And-
don't say.
And I was just pleasantly
Fate.
surprised. Yeah, Fate, right? I was pleasantly surprised that I discovered How High 2 was on Xbox. It was one of those like straight to DVD ones or something like that, and that was like one of the like the stupidest stoner movies back in the day. And except this time it has Lil Yachty in it, and I'm like, I don't know if I can watch it. Like I don't know if I can like take the beads seriously the entire
With
time.
that attitude.
Lil
Would you ever go to his pizza place?
Yachty has a pizza place.
Yeah, he's got his own pizza place. I think it's in New York.
I would probably try it though. Like just for-
Supposedly he's like only eating like pizza straight up like every day, like for almost his entire life when he was a kid, because his mom worked a lot, and so when she'd get home, she would just have like chicken tenders or pizza for him all the time. So he actually has his own pizzeria.
Chicken tender sounds so good right now.
that sounds like my upbringing in a nutshell was pizzas and like mac and cheese and stuff, like box food.
Mine was a pizza and peanut butter sandwiches.
Good stuff.
Dude.
There is nothing wrong with a classic peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There is nothing wrong with it.
Well, see, I didn't even have the jelly. We were poor. And I was really disgusting. I like remember when we were in like, so I lived with my dad and not my mom. So it was me, my brother, and my dad, and we were just three disgusting guys. And I ate peanut butter sandwiches so much that I left the peanut butter jar like lid open and a knife in it on the counter like at all times, because you never know when you're gonna want a sandwich. And I always wanted a fucking sandwich.
Just
so
at the drop of a hat, you'd get you your peanut butter
don't
sandwiches.
even bother putting it away because I'm gonna want another. So that's fucking disgusting. Anyways, we should talk more about your band.
All right.
Like I said, we'll get off topic a lot.
So Disasterland, we're a 3-piece band. We started in like 2014.
Now, if people remember from our Midnight Epidemic episode, Nick and Noah were talking about how their bass player and drummer are in other bands. This is one of the examples of it.
Yes, this is my band.
Yeah. So you guys are doing... Is the show at Little Farmer the 3 bands in a bus thing you're trying to do?
Yeah, so like what? So we did the 3 bands in a bus show. So basically, my sister has a store called Head to Tail Pet Supplies, and she also runs Critter Junction, and it's a pet rescue. So they determined that they needed a transportation vehicle because they do this low-cost spay-neuter clinic out of Spring Green, and they wanted to have a bus to transport animals. And at one point, they I didn't even bring it up, and I thought that was absolutely amazing. Was they bought this bus, or they got it for a cheap price, and then they had to get it painted, and then some guy like donated the painting job, or like did it at a reduced cost. It was really cool. And they my mom looked at the bus, and she's like, "Oh, and the best part is you can use it for shows." And I like had that like Cheshire grin, like that was the greatest Christmas present I ever had in my life. Was the ability to drive a short bus somewhere. And like literally my jaw hit the floor. I'm like, I wasn't going to suggest that, but if you are, I think the answer is yes.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
So I messaged Midnight Epidemic, and I messaged RFTM, Reasons for Minority, which is Noah's other band. I messaged them. I'm like, so I have this bus, and there's this place in Brandon called the Corner Bar, which we love playing at, and they let us set shows up there every now and then.
I saw you guys there.
Yeah, that's and oh god, well thank you for coming.
Oh dude, no, yeah, that was the first time I saw you guys, and I was like, so I love Midnight Epidemic or whatever. I was gonna say though, Disasterland is great. You are fucking amazing.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, just Cheers to you, sir.
Well, cheers, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So then we get it all organized, and we like.
Nate, get off your phone.
Yeah, we were.
I'm sharing.
Those candies will crush themselves later. It's okay.
We were. We had been midnight in Disasterland, seeing as we had shared band members and practices was at Jake's house. Most of my stuff was there, so we just had all the dudes assemble. And
Dudes assemble!
It was dudes assemble. Dudes assemble, and we just you just hear the beeping of the bus backing into the driveway, and like run into the basement and say, "Bus is here."
You guys should like make a fourth band now and call that band Dudes Assemble.
Dudes assemble.
Like,
Do we
got
just do
something there.
ska renditions of like '80s music?
Do ska renditions of Britney Spears songs. Just be a Britney Spears ska cover band.
Oh, that'd be fucking great.
I would love to hear "Hit Me Baby One More Time" as a ska song. Someone out there do it, because I'm not gonna.
I mean, if Earth, Wind and Fire September has a bluegrass cover, I'm sure it exists somewhere. And also treat your guys, look that up after all of this is done. Trust me, that you will thank yourself for it.
I will.
Bluegrass September.
That sounds awesome.
We set up the show and we had the bus, and we got we tried to consolidate equipment. We got all the stuff up there, and we're like, we can do this again.
So how much like after you packed everything in there and you had all the boys? How much room did you have left in the bus?
We
comfortable?
We had we're gonna take seats out to make it better, but when we had just about everything we could get on the bus, I mean, it was a little ambitious. We still had to take another car or two, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And
was that including Caleb's the PA?
Yeah, that was
it's including the PA.
Yeah, it was the PA, 3 bands, one we reduced the amount of amps and guitars we had to bring, but there was still one drum kit.
I was gonna say you got one drum kit, one bass thing,
yeah,
and 2 guitar amps.
Well, 3 guitar amps because I couldn't. I didn't think for the life of me that. Did you bring the Egnator that show?
No, I used
the orange.
Nick's setup, yeah, because I had the same head, so I was just like, well, he's bringing his cab. Why would I bring mine?
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
I was like, I'm really particular about equipment, and I had the Palomino, and I guess maybe if I would have just sucked it up for a show, it would have been a little easier. But
I was gonna say you seem like you have an ear that simple things could annoy you.
I guess not really, because since me and Caleb started working on our album, I've learned that not everything that I have been doing is the greatest.
Nice to learn a lesson.
It literally led to a guitar pedal. He had this tube amp. It's like a literally tube amp and a pedal. And I have a tube amp, so it sounds great. But now if I don't want to use the tube amp, I can use that to make.
Yeah, if you ever want to if you ever need to use a backup amp, because I forget where it was, but I was playing a show with Midnight at Mancino's with Township and some other bands back in the day. Yeah, when they were still a thing. Yeah. But
I like it.
I used to use this Line 6 Spider 3 head because because I could just get a good clean channel out of it, right?
No.
And then I would use that pedal in front of it. And I literally had people coming up and taking a picture of the amp setting to try and figure out what my tone was because it was so good. Because that pedal just makes clean channels sound literally like a tube amp, and that's why people were like, "What the?" Because I had people come up how do you get that Spider to sound like that? I'm like, "Oh, it's just this pedal, bro. It's got preamp tubes in it,
like you said, and it's that one diamond in the rough out of Behringer.
Yeah, it's the greatest Behringer product ever made, and it's $75.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, because it has it's this all inclusive. It has a full EQ, channel EQ, high, mid, low. It's got gain, volume, and it has a what do they call that? A noise suppressor on it.
Only $75.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
It's amazing.
Dicks, that's actually
it's amazing.
Sweet.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is, when we were tracking your stuff 2 weeks ago, I had never put it in front of a tube amp before, and I was like, oh, I hope this doesn't sound awful. But yeah, it just because the stack basically. He has 2 EL84s in his power section, and then I think he had 2 regular preamp tubes. So that's a normal.
That's music stuff for people that don't know.
Yeah,
that's a normal classic gain tube amp. It's good, but I don't know if you know what Mesa Boogie makes. They make their triple rectifier heads that have quads. They have 4 of each tube. That's meant for high gain metal and stuff. great lead channels, and basically by stacking that pedal in front, it added that extra preamp tube, which just like, because you're already adding a saturated tone to like the preamp tubes and then power tubes from his amp, it just sends that into like insanely good lead territory, and yeah, it just pushes the amp into a place where it's just
like putting it to 11.
yeah, it's just it's real good. Like
I like that. I did a solo. I think it was for one of our songs, "Hands of Tyrants," and I thought I was not really happy with the solo, and I get done. Caleb hits a space bar. He turns over. He's like, "Good for you," and I'm like, I don't know. And Jake's like, "Shut up! It's perfect." Like, okay, all right, yeah, okay, you're right.
And that was like after we had the pedal in the chain too, right?
Yeah, that's it. After we got it, it just changed everything, and I don't know, like, I don't know, just with Disasterland, it's really weird because with only having 3 people in the band and I'm doing 2 parts, it like. I'm limited to what I can do, like specifically on guitar while I sing.
Yeah,
like, I'm really limited. Like I can. Like, it took me years to even get to the point where I can sing and play guitar at the same time. I remember sitting in my bedroom at my parents' house, and because my parents didn't throw me in the basement for some reason after they got me a fucking Marshall, which is a really dumb idea for them. I'm practicing. I'm like singing along to Joan Jett, fucking "I Love the Blackhearts," and I'd have to like stop.
Part of me thought because of how old you are, you were going to say Jonas Brothers.
The Jonas Brothers? No, God no.
What's wrong with that?
I guess.
So many things.
I'm really not like. There's not a lot of like modern music that I really enjoy. I know that like I don't know if I just like have that old soul, but like I collect vinyl because I just enjoy the music better. Like
you're one of those people.
No, I'm not like an
yeah, he's like Rebecca.
Not giving it a chance.
Well, no, believe me, I am giving it a chance. Like there is modern bands I like.
Get high and listen to some modern music.
Get high and listen to modern music.
I mean, the way music is these days, you might not like a whole modern band, but like there might be a couple modern bands that have a song or two that will surprise you, because now music is single serving.
Yeah, that's so fucked up. It's like you don't even have to focus on an album anymore. That's what Muse was doing. Like they released like 2 or 3 singles, and that's just what they were gonna do. It's just singles because everyone fucking loves Muse. So like they were like, well, here you go. Like we're not really doing a whole lot right now, but here's a song, and they got such good reviews or praise for their singles. They're like, fine, we'll put out another album.
I really don't mind it.
Yeah, no, you can totally just have one
took
at a
some
time.
getting used to, but
That's like Post Malone got big off of one single.
yeah.
And
I guess the one, and this I guess this kind of furthers my point because the one modern band that I really really enjoy is Greta Van Fleet, and that's
Well,
and that's
It's
yeah,
because
one
they're
of
the
that
Led
is-
Zeppelin knockoff.
and, yeah, it's Diet Led Zeppelin, you know, like
yes, exactly.
They have one song that I really actually like, though.
That's so interesting to me
I
because
don't know
like
what it's called.
I love
Something about the
classic rock,
sunshine.
but I hate Van Fleet because it's like to me it feels like it feels disrespectful.
it does, yeah, it does feel because oh my god, like have you guys ever seen the show Freaks and Geeks?
Yes,
Right,
I
you see-
love freaking geeks.
You guys see the episode where it was
Yes.
like it was the second episode and John Bonham had died and Jason Segel was like, John Bonham died, and the girl's name I can't. She's like, what does that mean? It
Yeah.
means no more Led Zeppelin. It's like she's like, well, why can't they just find another drummer? And he just freaks, and that's the end of the bit. Is Lindsay?
Like Jason filled in a couple times.
Huh?
Jason Bonham.
Oh well, yeah, no, but
He's actually a very talented drummer. He does some stuff through Drumeo, which like they just do like those viral videos and stuff. And Jason Bonham, he does some stuff for them, and he's really talented. Like he definitely like. Sometimes the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree, but sometimes that fucker plops straight down.
He had one song, I don't know how many years ago, that was just amazing. And you know what I found funny was it was his band. It was just called Bonham, and the singer looked and sounded an awful lot like
Oh, like Plant?
like Robert Plant.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
it's like
okay,
he
that's
kinda knew what he
weird.
wanted,
Not really.
and now they're Greta Van Fleet. Or not.
The rest of it was not at all like. It didn't sound like Zeppelin. It didn't look like Zeppelin. Just the singer did.
Wasn't it too? So since you like them, wasn't Greta Van Fleet like a Led Zeppelin tribute band before they did their own music?
That I actually do not know. Like I was
Snopes.
yeah,
Caleb could look that up.
yeah. I was
I
kind
will in
of.
a second.
I guess I was kind of like snubbing them for a little bit because I had like the same thought that Caleb had, that it was kind of like an offensive to like really go that route.
It's mostly because they like literally have styled themselves so much like them.
Well, you can tell, like, their second single, the "You're the One I Want" song, they definitely were trying to get away from that. But that's not to say that their second single was that great. I just think, I think I saw it on Facebook, like, a friend of mine shared a Greta Van Fleet post, and I clicked on it to see the original post, and I could have sworn I saw in the comments section someone was like, "It's so crazy, I just remember these guys as a Led Zeppelin tribute band at my county fair one year, and now they're this," or something like that. But I could be completely wrong, because I drink a lot.
Damn, they formed in 2012.
Yeah, I think
It's old as shit.
I think I did like. I had recently taken to watching Saturday Night Live. Not
How is it now?
I cannot say compared to how it was,
No.
but
It was really good.
Like it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent if you're like it. But the thing is, it's the one thing that I noticed about early SNL was that they were really
Want to see my face?
they're really able to avoid politics.
Like, they
What?
didn't. They're able to, but then sometimes they
Well,
just
yeah.
fucking
That is the thing now.
steamroll it.
That's what they lean on now.
Yeah, they heavily lean on politics, and if you look at it objectively,
So it really
Like-
depends.
Wait,
if
wait,
you like that kind of
objectively?
humor, then you'll like it.
if you try and look at it, if you try and look at it objectively, it is definitely they are extremely harsh to the right.
Left, you mean? Left, you mean?
Oh, like SNL?
They're very liberal.
Oh no, I'm saying they're extremely harsh on the right.
Oh, I thought you meant hard to the right.
And
I thought
they-
that's what you said, and I was like, what?
I have there was a couple of instances where they did some more left leaning things
Yeah.
where they were like kind of like, yeah, this is kind of stupid, like Elizabeth Warren and her like her
Oh, yeah.
yeah, like her. Like I'm not extremely political. Like I don't really like affiliate like with a party any necessarily, but like
And we try not to get that way on here.
yeah, it's definitely politics is definitely not a good. You don't want to have it at the dinner table.
I know I don't at my family because I'm the only one that is complete opposite of my family, so then everyone just yells at me. It's great. That's why I don't talk to my family. But speaking of families, we should talk about your band more.
My band.
We totally always get off subject. So we nailed it's a 3-piece. You're like you do the music and bring it to the guys, and you guys work it all together. How many albums, I would say, or do you have multiple albums?
We have
One and one EP?
Yeah, one EP, and then one. It's like you can barely call it an LP because it's like 37 minutes or something like that.
Oh.
Is that
Like, you can-
Nocturnal Emissions?
no, Nocturnal.
Say, where can they
Nocturnal
find your music?
It is available on Bandcamp for download and purchase. It is also available on SoundCloud.
I was
Oh,
upset
really?
that you're not on Spotify.
Dude,
I have
get
a plan.
with it.
I have a plan.
Well, make sure the new one gets on Spotify.
I have a when
My plan is that Caleb is going to put it on Spotify when it's done.
It costs like $40.
Yeah,
Oh, you have to pay for that? Really?
I wanted to put both.
I don't know anything about Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we were talking about doing was having Nick start remastering Nocturnal Symphonies.
Oh, yeah.
And then when we do the new album release.
Oh, it's only 9 songs? Jesus. I didn't know that it was only 9 songs.
Yeah, it's
I
like
always forget that.
it's like 38 minutes. It's
What's
like
wrong with that?
It's not a true LP. Especially since there's no song over 5 minutes.
There's a rule?
Basically, you gotta have 10 songs for it to be true. Like, so, like if you release with like,
What are the rules?
there's not like actual rules, but like
It's
you
like-
know what I mean. But like if you were say a record label approaches you and says, "Oh, I want to offer you 3 album contract." In the contract it'll say, blah blah blah, 10 songs minimum, or 40 minutes. That's how it goes. Like
Yeah,
they,
same.
that's
I was
how
gonna say,
it
if
Always
there's
says
a-
that?
it's like that's a baseline.
I'm gonna say if there's a certain minutes and they like don't listen to Mirror albums because I think they had like 10 to 12 songs and it was like 31 minutes or something
But
like
it's
that.
12
What
songs.
did
Yeah,
they do with all
exactly.
the hardcore bands back in the 70s and the 80s?
That's different. What do you mean?
Well,
that's,
it is- well,
that's
that-
totally different.
Yeah,
it's a
because-
different time.
yeah,
this is
because-
all just modern stuff from contracts I've looked at just for referencing, like when building my own and stuff like that.
Yeah, for
When I
some-
hear things like that, I like it more and more that people can just release a single whenever they want.
Well, that's what's great about Spotify now, and like all the aggregate companies out there, like TuneCore and like CD Baby, and that one that fucking Sarah Longfield does the ads
You have a
for.
computer in front of you.
I know, but usually I can just come up with that shit on the top of my head.
Well, yeah, usually,
But anyway, yeah, you just pay like a fee, and they literally put it everywhere. Like Midnight's album, I paid the thing, and then it's everywhere. You can just fucking Shazam it, and the songs will come up.
Oh, dicks, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
That's awesome.
with aggregate companies, yeah, they just put it everywhere.
I know, because I got your album off of Google Play. I was really impressed with that.
Yep.
I like that.
Yeah, and then and then you get paid out. Like I get paid from like all the different places, like because you listen to it on Apple Music, and that's why I get like a couple cents a month from them. And then, but yeah, like I get.
Everyone
I get,
listen
like,
to them on
probably, like-
Apple Music.
No, listen to us on Spotify.
Listen to them on Spotify.
Yeah,
Midnight Epidemic on
Add
Spotify.
us to the playlist. Huh?
So hard copy.
Good. The hard copies are where it's at. Even
No, but just kidding.
because the quality will be better.
So, what's Disasterland's plan then? Plan
I
of
literally
attack.
have no place to play it.
Our
Not even your
plan
car.
of attack was that my drummer has he went to school for audio production, so we were musing the idea of having him remaster Nocturnal Symphonies, and then when we finish and are ready for release on the new album, that we would release them together onto Spotify, so
Yeah.
that way I had like similar quality music.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so just like you listen to this album and then all of a sudden it's like you fucking crash into
Hear
a
the
wall.
progression right away there.
Yeah, like that. It literally and then we would be able. And my plan is to.
If you wanted to have them sound similar, you could have me remaster that album.
I think
Because
we
I'll
saw
have, you know what I mean? Because I can literally look at what I have on the new CD.
You had a plan, and now you're trying to
I'm-
fuck it up.
I'm okay with that too.
I'm saying just because like that way I can be like I can literally side by side and just be like, oh, these are the effects and like what I have going on here. I'll just adjust it, because of the different
I'm pretty
source
sure there's-
material.
I'm pretty sure I still have the FLACs of them. I'm pretty sure. Is that
Like
what is that what
like
you mean?
stems,
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah,
If not,
easy.
Nick definitely has
Easy.
the master files.
easy.
And I guess I was looking into releasing them on Spotify and Spotify getting it through all the aggregated sources now that YouTube Music is a thing too.
Mhm.
I'd like to aggregate it onto that. And I was musing the idea of releasing like a dual pack on Bandcamp for the people who do buy us.
Right.
Like to have like
include it that
yeah, you
like
can,
that way.
You can pay $10 for the CD, or you pay $15 and you get both kind of thing
Yeah.
instead. Because then when I remaster it, I want to put you know what I mean. Like I'm not really trying to make money, but an album's expensive.
Clearly. Just kidding.
Like albums are expensive. Like
Yeah.
they really.
You gotta at least make your money back, and then maybe a little extra just so you can get some of that gas money for shows.
Yeah, no shit.
If I sell the CDs at $10 each, I have to pay for 200 copies to be made, and I have to sell 107 of them before I start making money back on it. That's the numbers I came to, given like how much it's going to cost to record the album, how much it's going to cost to like get the artwork, how much it's going to cost to produce the CDs because we're doing digipacks, so I need more artwork than I did for just a sleeve because
Mhm.
the inside.
Yep, because
Have you-
that's what we did for ours too. The
Have you
digipacks.
thought about, instead of doing CDs, just trying to find and buy a shit ton
The
of
jump drive idea.
shit
My-
ton of USB drives?
My dad told me that I should do that. My dad's an odd guy. He's niche.
Not
Like,
only
his-
that, but with 3D printers now, make unique little jump drives.
See, that would be.
So here's
A weird
the thing
shape
with that.
or a thing or.
So these are all things I consider. And this is something I thought of doing back in 2010 when we did our first album. Now, the reason most people end up not doing this is because then you just have a digital album. I already have a digital album on Spotify and all the places. Why would I, do it differently? It's almost the exact same difficulty of getting something off a jump drive onto your phone as a CD onto your phone. You still have to put it on your computer. Although, to say, computers have USB ports way
Well,
more than they have CD players
Well,
nowadays.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say in my car, my
But yeah, like a lot
my
of cars
radio
now-
or CD player. I don't even have a CD player.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's like why I
But
was.
and then most of the cars that don't have those will have an aux where you plug your phone in, which you're just going to be streaming
But
anyways.
some of our auxes have broken auxiliary cords in them, so you can't fucking
Yeah.
even use it.
Well,
But yeah, that's why I've always come to the conclusion of I'm not going to do USB, I'm going to stick the CD because there's still that huge amount of people that like holding it and be able to look at that art, and you know what I mean? Like, there's like that thing to it, like picking a CD out and like putting it, you know, in like a fucking nice.
I like the artwork.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I like
there's
the
something
artwork.
about having a physical CD still. Plus, not that you wouldn't preserve the quality, but like there's just like that. It's just kind of like how vinyl has its own thing. Like CDs, you know, they just are their own
What
thing, you know.
about the vinyl?
That's expensive as shit.
Oh, that's so ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, because you basically have to pay for the metal press to be made for your printing.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's the expensive part, and then you got to pay for then you pay for the run of
and
however many you make.
You have to pay for a full run. Too.
Yeah.
Like you can't just press one. You need to press. I think it's 250.
It's like a certain amount.
It's
Yeah.
it's like 250, and the entire process costs like $700 or some shit. Like,
Oh, it's probably like 7,000. It's probably
really?
like It's probably like $500 to press the metal plate. I don't remember what it is, but I know Nick has looked at it a lot. It's a lot of
I saw it on
money.
YouTube. One of this jazz singer chick went through the whole process.
Mhm.
It was kind of cool. She got to pick out
Oh yeah.
like handfuls of pellets.
Oh yeah. Like this is what it's gonna be made out
So
of.
she picked like mostly clear with a couple other colors thrown in.
If you're gonna
So the
okay.
records came out clear with splotches.
if you're gonna do
Green
vinyl, just do the traditional black. Honestly, I know.
Oh yeah.
Come on, she's trying to be different.
But from an audiophile, I'm not an audiophile, but like people who listen to music.
You want that to be pristine.
Are
Yeah,
audiophiles people that molest music that is not over 18 years old yet?
With their ears.
No, they use the small little hole on the vinyl, and they use that to get off.
Is their PP small?
Some would say that's a small hole. Yeah, some would say that.
So
Oh man.
I'm curious about the
Well, Nate, we can go in the
concept
bathroom.
of audiophiles only liking a black.
No, it's that when you're doing like the straight black, it's because that material is like the traditional material. Like when you get like the colored stuff, there's like that slightly different chemical mixture with like the dyes and stuff in there.
Does it make it sound different though?
There's like that perceived difference. It's like a placebo effect. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm at Starbucks.
Does anyone
right now.
remember when they used to do the thing about coloring the edges of CDs? To stop the ambient light from escaping?
No.
Or because it was escaping, you'd color like the edges like a red tone or brown or something, so that when the any ambient light made its way back to the laser, you would have a warm tone, or I mean, it was ridiculous.
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
You could buy markers.
I haven't heard about that at all.
to
That's
cover
interesting though.
The outside of the.
Huh. That's kind of okay. You don't know what he's talking about. So a CD player uses a CD player uses a laser to read the information off the disc. He's saying like if light is seeping in, it can change the sound.
It can get out through the edge of the edge of the disc.
Yeah, it'll change the spectrum that's being received. You know, like the audio spectrum, or like it'll change what's going on in the frequencies, which is interesting. But
yeah, it's definitely neat. And
most sound systems, I don't
The
think would
thing
read it.
that I find hokey is the colored part.
Oh right. Well, that's based in
It's
science. 'Cause
digital. It's on and off.
certain colors will absorb different light, different amount of light.
And red is the fastest traveling, so so that would be if they
Because
if
of
they,
the flash.
Yeah, but to the
The
part
superhero.
that
Makes
is
sense.
reading the laser,
What's that?
to the part that's reading the laser, I feel like color wouldn't matter to it.
But a
Colors
laser
shouldn't matter
is
to
light
anyone,
though.
Really, though. That's-
Lasers are just light beams, like. So if it's getting polluted by outside light sources, that could definitely change some information going into the photoreceptor.
I mean whether or not it's perceivable,
Right.
Yeah,
Especially because that'll depend on what system you're playing on.
yeah.
I'm just saying, I feel like the photoreceptor is colorblind.
It's probably why my Sega Genesis sucked for CDs. Because I chose the wrong system to play it.
I'm done with you today.
Yes.
Trying to talk smart shit over here.
That's the bad thing. Is like I'm the dumbest fucking person in the room right now.
Do you still have mine?
Yes, I do. I have like 3 Sega Genesis. So yeah, Genesis.
Oh, really?
Gen-
Yeah.
Genocide.
Yeah.
It's a
I actually
whole
played with
army.
a band and their name was Sega Genocide, and I was like, I want to be your best friend. So, sorry I made that stupid comment, Caleb, but I'm like,
I
the
know, it's fine.
I'm the dumbest fucking person. You guys are just talking, I'm like,
Yeah.
say something. Okay.
I must
But yeah.
contribute.
All right. We talked a lot about this.
We really did.
These CDs and stuff.
So it's fun. I don't know. It really like
Yeah, no,
the
For
subtle
smart
things
people,
make-
it's
I know
fun.
that Nick Rabaka wants to do vinyl all the time, and I still would love to do a limited run for Waking Up at the End of the World on vinyl. Oh my god,
It's pricey.
It's so expensive.
you have to have the income to justify it. You know what I mean? Like
But yeah, like if we were playing a lot more, and if we were playing like a show every weekend, and we were continually getting more pressing to the CDs out, to keep selling them, I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because there eventually becomes a point where even if you produce more CDs, you still profited on the entire thing. There's no loss.
Well, yeah, because it costs like to make 100 CDs, it costs like $250.
Yeah, but then but you have
You
to
sell
like,
them for $10, like you're making a huge profit there.
yeah. So with say when you have the capability of handling all of your recording. And
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
and that's beautiful. Like
Oh,
and that's
right.
for your band. So
Yeah,
like,
we absorb that cost. Yeah, so yeah, you have to basically sell an extra amount of
yeah.
CDs to get that covered up.
There's that threshold, but once if I make it through the rest of these CD, so I have to sell the first 100, and that's really not that hard.
No.
It's really not. Like
Super
you just
easy.
keep bringing them to shows.
Yeah, you just got to play like a couple extra shows and
Or
they're gone.
Or even look at it like that. Like we put our CDs at Exclusive Company at Mad Hatter, like the other stoner shops in town, because we know a guy, and like we give them like 5. Oh shit.
Throwing gang signals, don't mind me.
We give them like, hey, here's 5 copies. We're selling them for $10, and if they sell, they sell. If they don't, they don't. But you take that as like the cost.
So you can get those at in Oshkosh or
Oshkosh, and I believe we put them in Appleton too. And I know I sold one in Oshkosh because my friend's sister said, I got yours at Exclusive Company. I'm like, when'd you get it? Like a month ago. I'm like, oh, you mean a year after? I can't make money.
I wonder if Nick put Waking Up in the End of the World in there. I think he did.
You have like 6 months to sell them before you just sacrifice all income on it. So it's not like
That's funny.
It's
I was just curious. I wonder if we do have some CDs sitting around the Exclusive Companies. I don't know.
I wouldn't recommend it as a tactful business choice, but I would recommend it as in you walk into Exclusive Company,
Hey,
walk over to the
you
local
can be like,
section
"Hey,
and
look."
just go, and then just like close it.
That's funny.
I saw Bottom of the Lake. Their album was in the Oshkosh one.
Nice.
And someone that's been on our show before, Andrew David Weber, we talked about that. He's at the Oshkosh one too. So
It's just cool. Like it's a niche thing. The fact that they even allow that to happen.
Andy!
Yeah, like,
Andy. But yeah, no, to have like the local section in there, I always like checking that shit out.
it's really cool. Like I don't know. Like it seems like this area of the world, like, or at least of the United States, and maybe even just the state, like there's so many opportunities that bands have to like elevate themselves. Like with 96.9 Homegrown, with WAPL's Homegrown.
It's
with,
good that you're positive.
Yeah.
I was gonna
like,
say,
yeah.
there are things out there, but we still live in Wisconsin. So like, we live in Wisconsin, a state where Boogie and the Yo-Yos draws a bigger crowd than Pop Evil at Walleye Weekend.
Oh jeez, they are
Because
so cool.
people are so fucking dumb.
I like bands that do covers. Like I like that niche thing. Like I respect it. I like a good example is one of my favorite version of Royals is Midnight Epidemic cover of it because it's so unique. But
I've never heard a more shittier version of it.
I know.
They did a good job.
It's crazy.
It is really good. It actually made me like this song, just so you know.
That was our goal because I liked the song how it was. I'm like, we need to make other people like it.
Yeah.
I don't care what version.
So but I look at bands like Boogie and the Yo-Yos and like other like and Hairball and all that. And it's
Big
I can't
Ferrari.
stand Hairball.
yeah, like
They're just
Star
not
6ix9ine.
even good musicians.
I mean I
The
can't
fact that you have to pay for a lot of their shows, it's fucking ridiculous.
see. I went to this. It's called. It was in Appleton. It was the Chicken Fair, or like the Chicken Festival, or like no shit. Like that's literally what they call it. It's like, and apparently they stopped doing it. And it was an annual thing. But Boogie and the Yo-Yos is playing. Okay, and I was there with my buddy, and you just see them roll up in this big ass touring van. like all this, and I cannot prove it, but I've heard a rumor that the guy was an asshat and fired a member of the band because they wanted more stage time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they have like 10 or 12 members. And they just bring them in and bring them out. Like, they swap out as needed with the wigs and, you know, their, you know...
hairball?
The tube socks in their crotch and whatnot. And
Hairball?
Boogie and the Yo-Yos.
Oh, I didn't know that they do shit like that. I've never seen them live, so I was...
Yeah, they're like...
I saw a hairball
What
by
style cover
accident.
band are they?
Yeah.
What style cover
Boogie
band are
and the
they?
They do
Yo-Yos?
various 70s and 80s. It might not be
Okay.
Boogie and the Yo-Yos.
I was gonna say, I know
They only
hairball
have like
dresses
they only
up.
have like 6 people,
So I might be mistaken, but which cover band this is then?
and one of them's a cop, and then there's the girl, and then there's the 2 founders, and
As much as y'all like people in general,
Y'all.
like musicians, y'all musicians like to make fun of cover bands. They're the ones making $2,000 a show.
That's
Yeah.
because we live in fucking Wisconsin and
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah,
care
that's-
about anything
I
new.
really like Boogie and the Yo-Yos.
Yeah.
Nate, shut up.
It's just for...
Hey, I could give a shit about Road Trip or
Yeah, they're...
the
It might have... Okay.
Big
Ferrari,
yeah.
Big Ferrari,
Okay,
or
actually, it was Road Trip. That's what it was.
Okay.
It was Road Trip because they had like
We
they
know a
do
member of that band.
they do the 70s and 80s
Road Trip?
covers, so they do
Yeah.
like Pat Benatar
Yeah.
and
Ooh.
Pat the AC/DC and all that, and they'll switch people in and out, and you just
Their
see them
drummer
roll up
was
this
from
massive
Blame
van, and
Vainglory.
you're just
That
like,
16-year-old kid.
Okay.
you're like, I'm a musician. I've written 50, 60, 70 songs.
And no one gives a fuck.
And no one gives a shit. And but then you also look at the audience, and all you see is gray hairs, Bud Lights, and
And then you go,
mimosas, and then
is
you're
that
like,
what I
yeah.
want liking my music?
It's
Probably
like,
not.
Exactly.
It's like this isn't.
That's why you gotta get out of
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
I like.
That's
the-
why the internet is a great fucking
Well, no,
place.
like you don't gotta get out of Wisconsin. You just gotta find the right places. You just gotta.
Well,
you
sometimes
gotta.
people are just in a mood for nostalgia, and they don't want anything too complicated.
You gotta think of it,
They
like the
just,
cover
They
bands?
just want to. They just. It's like watching a music video to them.
Right, let's say like cover bands. It's like it's a show.
Right, but...
People go to plays and stuff. They go to movies. It's a show like that. You know, like it costs. It's more. It's better though because you're there interacting with people. You know, you're there with your friends. You're drinking beer. People don't look at it like, oh, these are musicians doing it. It's just a show.
I would say though, if cover bands don't start to step their shit up and like do newer or like I'm sick to being like just drilled with classic rock songs.
Why? That's what sells right now.
Exactly.
Until the
but
baby
that's the
boomers
thing. It's
die.
like
Who cares?
old people. They're fucking dying. I'm still gonna be there when they want to play shows.
Well, then once
cater to
once
me.
people,
Fuck the old people.
Once the people that care about classic rock die, then you'll have your time.
Boogie and the Yo-Yos are Jonas Brothers.
That's fine. I'm not gonna go
God.
see them. I'm tired of their overhype.
No, I'm just saying they do new fucking shit.
Well, say another.
Still not gonna
And there's lots of cover bands like the Presidents that do that same thing, where they're just all like top 40 covers.
I went to a Guns N' Roses cover band in Oshkosh. That was like
Nice.
And it was a Guns N' Roses, and it was like it
Oh, was
it-
that the Gunsin
yeah,
Roses?
Guns N' Roses. I
Stupid
took my
fucking name.
and
Jesus.
my dad took me because my dad wanted to go. I had obviously never heard of this
Mhm.
band as a cover band. I obviously did not want to go of my own volition, but my dad wanted to go because he went to the. It was in honor of the 30th anniversary
Yes.
of Guns N' Roses. My dad went to that show. That was out there. He said he paid $20 to see 6 bands or some shit like that. And Guns
Okay.
N' Roses were, but he took me there, and it's just a sea of fucking gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was a sea of gray, and I'm like, that's not a bad thing. And my dad's like, oh, let's go up front. I'm like, and we get up to the front line, at the front lines of this battlefield, and like literally everybody is just like drunkenly slamming into each other. I had 6 drinks fucking spilled on me. I was like, and I just like I get so pissed off. I just like storm off. My dad texts me like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "I've gotten slammed into, beers poured on me. This doesn't happen at any of the people that I hang out with. This doesn't happen."
Yeah.
Like
We're not belligerent.
It's like
We just crowd kill people.
it's like I was like,
Ghosts
Dad,
at the
I feel
rave.
I feel safer in a mosh pit because I know what's expected of me.
Yeah,
Watch
you
some
know?
of those people at them like hairband tributes that are way drunker than they should be, and they're like rolling around on a wall or something, playing
I
air
wanna-
guitar or drums or.
I forget. I went to go
Totally.
see I went to go see Billy Joel at Lambeau Field, and I want Keith or Wheels from the radio station. I went with him and my wife. He had a term. I think he called them nooners or 2 o'clock or something like that, where the show doesn't start till like a certain time, but those people already started drinking at noon. So by the time
yeah.
the show starts, they're fucking gone.
Yeah, three sheets to the one.
Yeah, so like
6 or 8.
I forget like what it was, either nooners or 2 o'clock or something like that. But yeah, no, that's basically, it's just like when you get to those shows, the people like, it was at Lambeau Field, so people were tailgating for a concert in Lambeau Field.
Lambeau Field.
Yeah.
That's where that old dude that Kanye hooked up played.
Oh wow, yeah, Kanye West did really help out. What was that little man's name?
I don't know, some old dude, and Kanye like hooked him
like
up.
Paul
And next thing you
McCartney
know,
or
he's
something?
fucking playing
Can you
like
believe
Lambeau
that?
Field.
Kanye West has that kind of power to just pull this no-name old guy out of nowhere.
What a meme.
I mean, he
that
gave
name's
this
so
guy.
old,
This
too.
guy's old, and he gave him a chance. I mean, who gets a chance like that at that
Yeah.
age? And the fact that he like took it and ran with it and like played a sold out stadium.
It's like Susan Boyle shit right there.
It's amazing.
What was this guy's name again?
Paul
Paul
something.
Mick? Paul Mick?
Paul MacArthur?
Paul.
Paul McJagger.
Mickey
Paul
Yeager?
McJagger, yeah.
Mickey Yeager.
I don't know. Just.
Paul
Good for
McCart.
Kanye.
But he's a
Oh.
lucky guy. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
I'm really having a hard time cutting through this 5-layer burrito of sarcasm. Like this,
Yeah.
it's like so thick. I'm just like, wait. It's
Wait,
like,
what?
I think I'm onto it. Like I think I'm catching on.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I don't know anymore.
You having a hard day's night trying to cut through it?
I think
Should we have him play a song? I feel bad. We're like his guitar's there. I just like,
Do you
looked
know?
at it.
Do you know
yeah. Paul is it Paul
Paul
Paul.
McCartney
Paul MacArthur
from the Beatles?
Paul MacArthur Park.
Yeah.
See, I brought it back. Yeah.
Jameson Parker.
Yeah, I actually
Jason Bourne.
I went to go see Paul McCartney at Miller Park for my 18th birthday. So
Ooh,
that's what
all
the
because
show-
of Kanye West.
All because of Kanye West. Kanye West is batshit crazy, but goddamn,
Mega, mega, mega.
Goddamn, he's a good musician. You know what I mean?
I just heard something by him the other day that was pretty amazing. I'm like,
Probably.
fuck. I don't want to like him, but so every now and then something is.
There's a reason why he is who he is.
Yeah.
It's like that yodeling kid at Walmart.
Oh my
The
god.
reason why
Dude,
he is who
I
he
love
is.
the fact that he like played Coachella or whatever it
Right?
was. Like he went and did that.
Yeah,
like,
fucking.
set.
They just threw
He
him
like
up
they brought him
on
on stage during.
like wasn't it like one of the main stages at Coachella?
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Yeah. And the crowd was just like high as fuck.
They were
They're like,
going-
fucking woo!
They were going nuts because it's all the kids who know what memes are.
Did you actually hear one of his his fucking single? It's
No.
like, I think it's called "Famous," and like the chorus was like, "If I'm gonna be famous, baby, I want to be famous for loving you," or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, and he's like 12.
I was like, "Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
fucking 12." It's
you
like
better
what?
stop.
It was like when that fucking chick JoJo, that singer, when she was like her song "Get Out," and when it's like, "Get out right now, that's the end of you and me," and everyone was just like, "Get out of what? Like this booth at Chuck E. Cheese? Like fuck you, you're like a fucking 13, 14-year-old girl talking about love." So I thought that was
People,
famous.
man, people complain about that, and then they complain about people like Rebecca Black singing about Friday.
Well, that's just
Pick
a fucking
a side.
banger.
What do you want, innocence or fucking good?
She just came out with a new song.
She's also like hot now, I think.
Well,
if I remember correctly.
when she came out with that song, I think she was like already like.
She's like 14.
Well, I don't. Was she 14?
Yeah,
I
she
thought
was young.
I thought she was above the age. I
That-
thought she
That's
was
Carly
now-
Rae Jepsen. Okay, so
Oh,
Carly Rae was
okay.
like 26
And then
when her thing came
Call
out.
Me
She looks like she's
Carly
like
Rae
18.
Jepsen. I love that video with Tom.
She looked like
Hanks.
she's like 18, but she was like 26. Yeah.
That's so cool.
But
So
yeah,
how old was Rebecca Black when Friday came out?
let's find
14.
out for sure.
Okay, so how old was her friend driving that car?
Probably at her temps. It's fine. 2011 is when that came out. God, man. Yeah, she
sure it
is.
sucks,
She's
don't
22 right now.
22 right now. It's like,
So,
came out in 2011,
8 years
so
ago.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right on the fucking noggin.
Boom.
I want to Google how old was her friend driving. So she had like friends that were like grades ahead of
Was
her.
she hot?
Is she hot now?
She was like a slutty 14-year-old, so she had senior boyfriends that they drove. So that's how she got to be in the car.
I'm gonna try and find a picture of her now.
I mean, for all practical purposes, it was being towed.
Well, and it's like gotta get down on Friday.
Oof!
I'm
She's
just-
a smoke show now. Holy shit.
Why don't you show the
With
audience?
Rebecca Black?
Yeah.
Show the audience this smoke show. Oh, that screen isn't on. Yeah, we can't see this shit. Caleb, you didn't turn the screen on.
I know I didn't. It's my fault.
Will it
You-
show up here?
Well, Maybe.
No, it probably won't. Unfortunately.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, you know, I
Just for
screwed
that,
up.
share that picture of Mario that looks like you. So.
If you want to see what she looks like, just bring it up on your phone quick before it pops up.
Rebecca Black's smoke show.
Oh.
She is not.
Ooh.
Yeah, she is not bad at all.
There's a rumble in the jungle outside.
Yeah, surprisingly.
What do you mean surprisingly? She has money.
I mean, she looks pretty normal, but she is hot.
Yeah. So you can. I mean.
How much money does she really have, though? I guess.
Right,
I guess
but
a
no,
decent amount.
look at
probably.
Susan Boyle. Look at Susan Boyle on.
I'd rather not.
Right. Look at her on that video that everyone's seen on YouTube, and then look at her when she made her first
wow.
album. Like
Right?
the studio paid for her
That's
to
what I'm
look
saying,
good.
Nate. Like,
Look at what was it, Clay Aiken too.
yeah.
When he was on American Idol, he went up looking like a fucking dweeb, and then after he like started doing the show, they like worked on him as it progressed,
Right.
and then yeah, so fucking money, just
It's
you can always
almost
be attractive if you got money.
it's almost like you age better when you have enough money to not
To
worry
eat
about
properly.
eating tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Stress is gone. At least certain type of stress is gone. There's
Like
different.
like
there's
if-
different stresses of celebrity.
if I was making like $1 million a year, I bet you my cheeks would start looking less
A little more
sunken in and
rosy.
shit. You know, like,
Nikki Sixx and a bunch of other people, I don't know who it was, were talking about the fact that they thought that if heroin didn't kill you, that it was a preservative.
if it didn't kill you, it made you stronger.
Because
I
look
mean-
at some of them fucking people that are practically
But those,
indestructible.
like, what, Keith Richards?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
look
that's
at
a-
Keith Richards.
But
yeah.
like, I mean, the money.
Yeah, he's
pays for
get-
the best medical treatment.
Yeah, Keith Richards is gonna live well after the bombs drop.
And if he's a part of the Black Pearl, who knows if he joined that?
Oh my
or not.
god.
He'll be the first zombie.
Decent pull.
He is the first. The one I barely died.
No, it's just gonna be him with like a scar on his face, and you'd be like, "What the fuck was that?" Like that's it. And then he's like, "I guess I'm a zombie now."
Went to
It's
sleep, woke up 30 minutes ago, feeling like the end of 1967 too.
Just fucking meet someone, I guess. So should we have this fucking guy play a song?
Probably.
Dance fucking well.
Dance musician, man, dance.
You said you were gonna play 3, maybe
Yeah, I got like 3 songs I can play
3 that sound good
without
with you
a
acoustic,
yeah,
not with a
without-
band.
Yeah, without the band.
What are you doing on your phone?
I'm gonna play 2 songs that we haven't played live yet.
Ooh,
So
look at this sneak peek.
So
Only on 1730 Nation. Do you need me to hold your phone for lyrics? Is that what you're trying to do?
well, I'm gonna.
I've done it before
The first one
during
I'm not-
Trevor's video.
First one, I'm not gonna quite need it because the first one
Okay,
I'm gonna do.
ear frets. Those are arched cats, aren't they?
Yeah, it's the Hellcat symbol. This is the Tim Armstrong acoustic series
Oh
guitar.
shit!
And the 12. Holy cow,
Oh yeah,
that is cool.
yeah. The guitarist from Rancid designed this, and then my dad got it for me for like Christmas, like
Guitarist, lead singer of Rancid, Tim Armstrong. Right, Tim? Tom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tim-
I was gonna
yeah.
say. I thought I got it right. If you like them,
Formerly known as.
the artist formerly known as Hieroglyph.
Well, I was gonna say Rancid.
What do you mean? Formerly known as?
Operation Ivy.
Oh yeah. Was it, sound system. I think that's. I want to say that's yeah. Sound system, bring me back up. Yeah. Operation Ivy. That's a fucking banger right there. Recommend that one for days. I used to rock out to that when I wanted to
thunder.
be a little punker.
I don't know if they can. I don't
Yeah, I
know
don't
if
know
the
if
audience can
or
hear,
if
but the
people
thunder's
can be-
rumbling outside.
Yeah, it really is. I was surprised. There might be some thunder in the back.
So this first song is called Siren Song. And
Ooh.
it's about
Mermaids.
A mermaid on a rock that eats the soul of those who discover it.
Now, is it actually, or are you just?
This is one of the songs that we did in the live session.
Yep.
On,
This
for-
Oh, hey, yeah. Let's promote some other shit real quick.
no,
Oh, yeah.
no, we're promoting Adam here. I'm just saying it's a,
Okay, or we
it's a
fucking
thing.
won't.
You're fine, man.
This is a tongue-in-cheek song about resisting temptation.
Nice. Look at that.
Tongue in what kind of cheek?
The mermaid.
Fish cheeks.
1, 2, 3, 4. signs all faded or forgotten past. Yet I think that we were alone. The road ahead it wavered true, so we marched on ahead, yeah, we powered through. It's to venture through the unknown. Folks piano whispering with the ambient trees and the window whistling still. Hear that vocal, a heavy mist then sauntered in, and the echoing voice of 1,000 men who fell victim to their throat. You said you'd find love from the distant sky, or some God above you. Do you hear the siren song? You said you'd find love from the distant sky, or some God above you. Do you hear the siren song? To a rocky shore with those endless miles of sea before us, to hear that voice, with temptation sinking in. What in the world are we thinking? Do you see that we had no choice? You said you'd find love from the distant sky, or some God above you. Do you hear the siren song? You said you'd find love from the distant sky, or some God above you. Do you hear the siren song? As it all had come to pass, it was obvious now that it could never last. Yet still, she sings her song. One thing that she never said she'd never love again. So how does it feel to be wrong? You said you'd find love from the distant sky, or some God above you. Do you hear the siren song? You said you'd find love from the distant sky, or some God above you. Do you hear the siren song? Thank you.
Dude, fucking dicks. That's great. So that's not on anything yet, anywhere?
It is the only thing that there are only two places that song is available, and that is a Facebook video for my band and the Icy Driveway Studios take. We did that for Caleb,
Yep.
and that's the one that it's all three songs that I'm playing are going to be on the new album that is yet to be released. We don't have a final date for it, so I'm trying to be like real cryptic about this.
Because we just started recording it, kind of.
Yeah,
so
it's like we're like maybe like 20% into it. Like honestly, like
it's like 30% done.
Yeah,
I would
30.
say.
Some
Yeah.
people getting a
Like-
treat here. Look at this. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I write about some really silly things. And seeing as we're talking about Icy Driveway Studios, where we are right now,
Yeah, you might as well say a thing or two about it if you want.
we got so there is obviously there's this podcast 1730 Nate, right?
1730 Nation.
Nation. Sorry, it might be 1730 Nation.
Or, I mean, either way. Look
Yeah.
up 1738, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
fine.
if you're listening to us, you found it, and we'd like to thank you. Well, there's also a lot of other things being run out of the studio. Like we have the live studio sessions that Disasterland did, and that the Bottom of the Lake just did one too. And
Hey, Brett of Bottom of the Lake, hit me up. God damn it.
yeah, and then
My dude.
There's Weekend Adrenaline, the other podcast that happens here. BJ does some video streaming through his Pal Van channel. We recently came up with this like really weird idea that that I would set up a show called Smash and Jam, where we invite musicians to come down and play Smash Bros. While we live stream it, and then we interview the musicians to distract them, so I come out on top. It doesn't work that way.
Oh, did you get your ass kicked?
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
it for a little bit. I didn't get to watch all of it.
I got slammed. I won a couple, but I got slammed. But it's really cool to like I don't know. I've been a performing musician for 4 or 5 years now, and I've met a lot of amazing people. And I think I would like to give them a platform to like talk about themselves. And I don't know. And I'm kind of a narcissist, but I'm going to avoid having my band on there.
I mean, you already had one of your members of your band on there.
Yep, and then actually, Reasons for the Minority is going to do one in, I believe, October, and we will have Noah back and Jake.
So you really just have the same people on every time.
Oh yeah, not really. I've spent the past like 20 hours sliding into so many DMs that it's just really funny. I mean, it's just all musicians that I've worked with or I've known or I've met in passing and stuff. And honestly, like, it's just, I don't know, it's really fun. It's just also really fun because it's kind of like a really organic way. Because, like, I don't know, when you play video games, like, that's my 2 greatest passions is music and video games. So I was like, you know, why not? Like, why don't we combine them together and
what
see
do you
what we
normally play in your free time? Smash, or do you do...
I like literally have spent so much money on video games that it's not even funny.
Which I definitely feel.
So I have everything. So I play Smash, Sea of Thieves. I was doing a lot of Fallout 76.
Are you a fan of
Oh, Zelda? Oh, I love Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, damn straight. I love it. We actually, that was in the live stream, I was like, distraction question. What's everybody's favorite Legend of Zelda?
Nice. What were the answers?
I said Ocarina of Time.
Good call.
And I think Nick Z said Majora's Mask, and Noah said Twilight, and Jake, the Twilight Princess, and I don't think Jake said anything.
I don't think he really plays Zelda, so he
That's
doesn't really know.
like, Noah sends me like Snapchats whenever he's in the water temple, so that's funny that he said Twilight Princess.
Yeah, the water temple is just definitely
well, yeah, it's hell.
They fixed it on the remastered version for the DS though. They like added arrows to point you in the right direction, and I'm like, that's stupid. I knew how to go. I had to figure it out 4 times already. But yeah, I don't know.
That's on Sundays? Is it going to be every Sunday or just...
We're doing it like as of this moment. We're doing it once a month. Just to kind of like keep it like fresh, and there's already a lot of like in and out of the studio right now. I mean, if it necessitates it, we could probably do more dates, but as of this moment, I like doing it a once per month thing. Just because like I don't want to like use the same bands over and over and over and over and over again. And I can really only get as many people to work with me as they agree. I mean, if we have a larger platform and have more following, then honestly, we could probably get some bigger name acts in here, like, but
a day to remember.
Well, I don't know, like, I just
Pangea.
Like, yeah, like, so I mean, it's definitely really just starting. So we haven't like fully decided on just exactly how everything is going to be done on it. Like, we're doing trial and error.
I was gonna say you did the one episode, which you can. Now, is that on just the Icy Driveway Studio page, or is...
Facebook page under construction. I wanted to make sure I had all my ducks in a row. So
for now, it's just on Icy Driveway Studio.
Yeah, for now, it's on Icy Driveway until I have like a logo and everything.
I don't think you should do that. Don't put all the ducks in a row.
Oh, don't put...
It's way easier to take them out.
But if they're in a row, it just could be one bullet to take them all out.
Yeah?
So, I just blew your knowledge, like... I just beat you there.
Straight down the middle.
Yeah. You told him not to put them in a row, though.
That's so good. Honestly, I was not expecting that to be good.
So, video games.
Yeah.
Does anyone like Psychonauts?
I have not actually played Psychonauts.
I mean, it's pretty fucking amazing. Yeah.
I've heard it's like perfection in a game, but I have not played Psychonauts.
Are they doing the HD remake of it?
I don't know.
I've heard them
Adam,
talk about it. Yeah.
Do you have a original Xbox from me?
Ooh, you mean that modded one that you gave me years ago? Yeah, I might have that still. Yeah.
Because I have that on a burned disc. Actually, you have it now.
Then yeah, I have it.
Psychonauts.
Well, I think I have Psychonauts anyways.
Really?
I think I have it for a different system though.
No. It was only for Xbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, well, dicks. Then I don't. Well, then I have your copy, and that's it. Were you going to add to that of Psychonauts, or was that all you?
No. I was just going to say, since we were talking about it, I mean, I really loved it. It was bizarre and strange and unique and...
Play it if you get a chance. I'm excited that they redid the Toe Jam and Earl shit.
Yeah, I was looking at it for $20. I was like, you know what, I might do it.
I'm really happy. One of my favorite video game developers. I actually bring him up a lot, and I'm really happy about that. His name's, I want to say it's Swery. He did one of my favorite games called D4 Dark Dreams Don't Die, but he also did like Killer 6, and he's working on this new game called The Good Life. He's like a really good indie developer. The last video game he did was called The Missing, which got like a lot of praise and shit like that. But he actually did a voice in the Toe Jam and Earl. He plays like a Japanese like sushi chef. So
nice.
I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna download that game and find him. I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
So
You guys want to hear another song?
should we go right into another song right away? Kick them out.
I got another one I can play. I got 2 more I can play actually.
Well, dicks. You might as well do one more at least.
No, 2.
Oh,
2.
okay.
He already threw it on the table.
Fuck.
We're taking it.
Yeah. We'll take what you can get.
Yeah.
So what's this one about?
This one is called Brother, and I wrote it so long ago I could not tell you what it's about, but I could tell you that it's not about my brother.
Is it about the video game Two Brothers, and you're writing from the perspective of one of the brothers?
That would be a lot better than maybe this one.
You can use that from now on. I'll let you have it.
I might have to.
And play that video game, Two Brothers. Good one.
Is that the one where you control each one with a stick? One's
like
left,
it's like
one's
cut
right.
in half. Yeah.
Yeah, one's left.
It's
one's right.
it's so fucking good. You can watch a speedrun of that shit. It's so good.
So
He knows the title, but doesn't know what it's about. And
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
so long ago reminds me of the whole song naming system for Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, like Swords, Dragons, and Diet Cokes and stuff like that, and yeah,
I mean, I can tell you about that.
HTML rules, dude,
Big
the
Wiggly
best
style.
one ever. Dogs.
can grow beards all over.
Texas is South. The true greatest song by Devil Wears Prada.
I like Swords, Dragons, and Diet Coke.
Dude. every Devil Wears Prada song is the best Devil Wears Prada song.
Are they still banned?
Yes. Super good.
Is that real life?
I didn't know. I just wanted
Or
to
is
know.
it
Like,
just fantasy?
no, like. God damn it! I'm never expecting it.
Sorry.
Never fucking expecting it. All right, so this is that good old song, Brother.
Do you want me to hold your phone, or is that going to be a problem?
I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
If it drops to the floor, I'm probably just gonna stop singing and then we're done.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was saying I could like hold it right here for you if you think it'd be better.
Oh no, this will be fine. I have a tendency to not keep my eyes anywhere important while I play. It's just a nervous habit.
Yeah, eyes up here.
I think I like with all the shows that I've played, I spend 40% of the show just counting how many people are wearing Converse, and it's always a very high number.
I was really
it's always a very high number.
I was really surprised when you were in Brandon at the corner bar. The movie We Are the Millers was playing, and I never saw that movie before. But there's like a huge scene where Jennifer Aniston like strips because she's a stripper in the movie or whatever, and it was like a crazy sexy scene. And I would have like out of corner of my like I'm watching you guys, and out of the corner of my eye like I see this strip show happening. So like I go like cross-eyed to like watch them both, but I would have just fucking loved it if like you don't pay attention or whatever, and all of a sudden you just saw that and you just was like, everyone stop, stop. We have to watch this scene real quick, and then we can get back to the song.
When's the last time you saw someone wearing 2 different color chucks?
Oh jeez.
When was the first time?
Never.
Well,
I've
that
never
was
seen
that was a thing back in middle school. There was
Black one, a gold one, a black one, a white one.
Yeah, my one of these girls that went to middle school with me did like a gray one and a blue one, and it was like a light, like that super light teal. I couldn't fucking tell you who it was, but that was middle school. That was like
Shout out to that girl that wears normal clothes now, because she has to work for a living.
take that, her personality.
Shattered. It's really fun.
Despite your claims, the fact remains that you and I are not the same. Although we cut from a different cloth and hung to dry on a similar line. Brother, won't you tell me ebb the flow of hearts and gold, the silver line that seems to fold. And lo and behold, what you claim to be, you're a different kind of rationality. Brother, won't you tell me why you think that you don't need a helping half the time again? So wait, I say that the grass may be greener, but your heart's gone gray. Brother, will you please know that Brother, will you please know that I am just a stone's throw away? And say on your own the entire way. Tossing down the kings and crowns, scattered ashes on the ground. It seems you gave up on every inkling remnants of your broken dreams. Brother, won't you tell me you're living fast and living free? A pretty corpse is all you'll leave when you drown every single sorrow in every glass that you ever see. Oh, brother, won't you tell me why you think that this can ever happen to the best of us? But hey, don't wait, life's only living till you're 28. So brother, will you please know that I've said all I've had to say? So hey, let me say you're on your own the entire way. Hey.
Dude. Dude, fucking dicks.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
I
I'm kind of just blunt about it. That's
I liked one of my favorite parts of that song was that when Nate was hearing your fingers moving and he couldn't like see what he was hearing, so he had to like at first he was like, oh. And he moved his head and he's like, so he had to move the microphone over so he could like, see everything like that, like the like that
all
shit.
the
Yeah, that shit right there, dude. That was really fucking good, really fucking catchy.
I don't know. I like triplets.
I noticed.
1 2 3 1 2 1 I don't know. I'm just weird.
Yeah,
I would
think
like him too if I could do them.
Yeah, right? If I were talented. Some people, huh? So,
Guitar tires me. Oh, I'm just kidding.
So that's another one that is not
I'm not
anywhere.
sympathetic.
Yeah, you asshole. It can't be found yet, or
Nope,
is it?
that one can be found nowhere. Nowhere.
Not
what's-
even on
nope,
his.
Nothing. I have not. We have not. Even
Boom! Exclusive. Just kidding.
Is that gonna be on the CD?
That's on the CD.
Alright, cool.
Are you excited?
Have you? We didn't do the drums for that yet, did we?
No, that's the one. We
That's
did.
one of the ones we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the next one is the other one that we haven't done yet.
Oh.
So I have never done. I have never actually like. I guess I know all the lyrics in my head.
Exclusives.
You get 2 exclusives. Yeah.
Jesus, titty fucking Christ! What did we do to deserve this?
I was trying to think of songs that would sound good without the bass and drums, and then I realized that it would be those 2 because I haven't heard them with bass.
No one's hearing it, yeah.
That's good. That's
Because
good.
we did it a few times, and at practice, like I bought a bunch of equipment, and I'm like, oh, we can record with this. And I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, 2-bus output. Yep, all right, that's not happening. We're not going to be able to record nothing with this shit. So then
Bad attitude.
we took a choppy recording of one of our practices, and we did the song for the first time. And it was like really, like it had a really raw energy. But at the end of it, they were like, when did you write that song? It's like, oh, yesterday. They're like, okay. We're gonna practice this one, right? Like, we're gonna practice this one.
No.
It's like, should I just? My question is, should we do something with this one? And everybody's always just like a quiet, like, yeah, all right, like, okay, all right, yeah, I'll try and write more to this.
Well, I'm kind of excited for it. Do you want to play it now, or do you need
I'm
time to rest?
kind of noticing a vocal difference in these songs than in your album.
Okay, I have.
Yeah,
you are right, and
It's
that.
really shitty right now. What the fuck's up?
The difference is when my band first started, I was a classically choir trained vocalist, so I had spent years singing. Like in middle school I joined choir, and then by the time I made it into high school I was in honors choir. And I did Cardinal Singers, and I did all that stuff, and that was like that was the top of the top that you could get at the high school.
Did you do any musicals in school?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
In I didn't do any in high school, but I did one, and I did it's Jesus. How does no fucking A. The Dummies Guidebook to High School in middle school. The irony is not lost on me.
Wow.
And the other one was A Christmas Schooner, which was one of the last musicals they had at the Rutlaw Theater before they like just bulldozed that sucker for office space, because why not?
Yeah, that's cool.
So I had spent so much time as a vocalist surrounded by other vocalists that it was easier to be confident. You know what I mean? It was easier to sing with gusto, because
So now are you
fucked up.
Well, I mean, now, how do you feel being by yourself then?
I was not confident for the first 4 years of us being as a band.
So like now, but now you've like relaxed a little.
I think I finally I let my eyes roll in the back of my head and pretend nobody's watching me play.
You know,
and that's what I do.
You should listen to the band Mom Jeans.
Mom Jeans?
Yeah, you and that vocalist have like similar sounds.
Oh, sure.
I think. I could be wrong.
So I'll give them a check.
Yeah, they're horrible as well.
They're horrible.
no, they're really fucking good, and you guys are too. But no, I would say like, to kind of give you like a balance of like where you're at, I feel like you sound a lot like them.
What I was noticing is now you have kind of a neutral thing going on. That like the vocals are unique to each of the two songs that you just did. The album, it's like the same vocals for all the songs, and it has like a distinct punk sound to it.
That's actually
that you don't have for at least these two.
There's a really good story about that. When we recorded Nocturnal Symphonies, are you guys familiar with Opie Schweffel? R.I.P. Yeah, you just passed. We recorded our entire Nocturnal Symphonies album in his basement.
Oh, that's where my band recorded our first demos.
Yeah, we did it in his studio, and he was the one behind the computer, and like he really taught me to like not fucking settle, but like not really in a sense like bad takes are my fault. You know what I mean? But then he was like, I would like fuck up one like, and it didn't even sound like I'd fucked up. He'd hit the space bar and he's like, do it again. Oh, okay. But then like at the end he's like, okay, do you see? And he's like, I saved this last one. Here's the last one. You were happy with that. And then we played it and like, yeah. And then he like played the next one over, and he's like, and this is what you just did, and it sounded so much better. And he's like, you were happy with that. That's not okay. But like everything was like really DIY about it, like, and it was really fun. And honestly, like I attribute most of like my confidence in like wanting to be like, no, I want to redo that is to him.
God damn it, Opie.
Like not to say that Caleb didn't do that either, because Caleb was like, nope, you fucked up, do it again.
He's
like,
a slave driver.
Like I
wonder what his family history is.
Like, I went out of, like, intonation at some point. Caleb's like, did you tune? I'm like, no, I didn't tune. I'm like, you should probably fucking tune. I'm like, I should probably tune, too. I guess I don't know. I've learned a lot with Caleb, and I've learned a lot with Opie, and then we decided that we're gonna work with Caleb again, with the icy driveway and everything. It just works now because I think we're a lot better at writing. I'm a lot more confident at singing, and I don't know. It feels like I should be doing it with I should be doing it here, and I don't know. That's just a weird. Everything I've ever done about musician has been based on like my gut feeling, and it's gotten me to where I am. So I think I'm going to keep chasing it. Yeah.
When you were live at the show, I saw you at the corner bar. Like I know it was your friends, but like the appeal to your band. I know you're the one up there with the mic, but it was definitely you and your personality. You were surrounded by friends, so I know you were confident. But like, if you could give that at every show, it was fucking great. Like you were like funny and. Like once you heard you on the guitar, just throwing licks like crazy and shit like that. It was like me and my wife first time we ever like heard you guys, but we were like, oh fuck yeah, no, that was really fucking good. And then yeah, so like I was there was people in front of me, so I could barely see, but when I could, I was just like trying to focus on your finger work and all that. And then in between songs, you were good with everyone, so you definitely have everything that it takes, like as a front guy, to be like, if you can bottle the confidence and keep it going. It was really fucking great.
Like our first shows, I'm literally like, I'm not talking, I'm not announcing the songs, and like I'm singing off, and I don't know, confidence will really do it to you. Confidence will really prevent you from doing a good show, and confidence will like make a show for you.
The way I always looked at it when I was playing a show in a new town, you can either think of it as like, oh god, like these people don't know who I am, like they don't know what our music is, like, what if I fuck up in something and it doesn't sound right? Or you could look at it as like, these people don't know who the fuck I am. Who cares?
Yeah, they never heard this before.
Yeah,
like
that's not like, and then like so I.
That's what I always used to say about you guys.
We played every time, like every time was like no one ever heard us before.
You could tour and you could like make something big, and you're like, well, yeah, but we've played the same stuff over and over, and people have heard it so many times.
It wasn't my fault we never toured.
That's not what I'm getting at, though. The whole point was, just because it's old to everybody in Fond du Lac
doesn't mean
it's old to Topeka, Kansas, or
shout out to Topeka, Kansas.
You know what I mean? All these other places, they never heard you, so it would be like fresh to them. Like, and I was like, don't get down on it.
I would say that.
And another thing that I noticed about your singing, that is the same now and in the album, is you have a real strong vibrato.
Oh yeah, I waver a lot. I waver a hell of a lot, and I don't know if I do it. I don't do it intentionally. I think that's just years of smoking at this point. Like, yeah, honestly, like I don't know if that's a natural. I don't intentionally do it, and I try to reel it in when I can, but I don't know. That's more of a classical music thing that I learned, and less of a rock and roll thing. Like I'm talking sheet music, and God is great music is what I spend most of my time learning as a vocalist.
God is great, puff puff pass.
Can that be an Easter egg to the Smash and Jam then, technically? Because that was what GG fellas, what God is great.
Pretty much.
So you got one more song for us here?
I got one more song for you guys, and again, I have as a band we have only played this song 3 times, but I've spent
What the dicks? Emergency alert.
Tornado warning in this area till 9 p.m. Take shelter now. Check media.
Well, we got shelter. We're upstairs.
Not a window in sight.
Tornadoes hit the ground. We're fine.
We'll hear it coming.
Yeah.
No, it'll.
We're good. Everyone else, you're on your phone watching on Facebook, so go in your basement and keep watching.
Not only that, but all this padding.
We're so good.
Well,
could bounce off a couple walls and nothing would happen.
I guess I should probably play this song then if there's like a tornado warning. That's probably super sketchy.
This song's called Tornado Warning.
This song is actually called Cash Money, Silver and Gold.
Or Tornado Warning. Like that.
Independence is never a commodity. everything still has its price, it seems. So touch and sell your soul at the speed of sound. To men with agendas, your life is found. All the life you seek is just simple glimpses of stories that you're told. I never intended to question your integrity. Who's the blame when things aren't always what they seem? You never show your hand, not even when you fall. Tempting's gone, your tale is told. All the life you seek is just simple glimpses of stories that you're told. And it seems, son, that you have none. Living what you call fun. For cash, money, silver, and gold. Will you see, son, you're just a smoking gun. Faded in the long run. For cash, money, silver, and gold. Will you notice what you aspire to be? Never a bright one have lit those streets. The names and the games are the same no matter what they say. Evil smiles and peculiar way. For all the life you seek is just simple glimpses, stories that you're sold. And it seems, son, that you have none. Living what you call fun. For cash, money, silver, and gold. Will you see, son, you're just a smoking gun. Faded in the long run. For cash, money, silver, and gold.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So cash money.
I really love the bridge.
Oh,
The guitar. No.
the
Yep. Yep.
I don't know if you guys heard it, but the tornado sirens were going off during the song.
Oh,
Oh no, I can hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard like the faint, like, I could just hear the frequency of it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go check that out. So I went outside, and yep, they were going.
Well, not to be the pessimist, but like,
Do we need to like
Oh, we
like end
get the
show?
fuck out of here?
fine.
Well, why don't we do the closeout then, and we should probably worry for our lives then soon.
We're fine.
Oh, you think we're fine?
Tornadoes never go through the city. The lake protects
Well,
us.
when you put it like that.
The lake.
It does.
It does actually, yeah, because it has
The lead
the wind direction.
and like the ledge too being over. It's weird because like the weather systems will hit that and then like roll back on itself and dissipate or push everything up to Oshkosh.
Fuck
So
tornadoes.
you know,
We
It
don't
kind
even
of
care
funnels
fuck.
it together so that it like gathers up its strength for Oakfield.
pretty much.
I feel like into that really quickly because tornado means Adam wants to like.
Fair.
That's actually hilarious because it does mean that because I have to pee like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like I hear tornado sirens. I'm like, yep, bathroom.
I always have to pee during tornadoes as well. Thankfully.
Just because you're not supposed to.
Yeah. But you know what's
You're
hilarious?
supposed to be here, so you want to be there.
Well, you know what's hilarious? At work, where we were, there was like a fucking tornado warning, and we were all in the bathrooms of our buildings because they like cemented them, and those were like the safe spots.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the last minute, when the tornado was supposedly like possibly minutes away from us, our boss tells us to leave our building, go outside to the house that is next to our factory, and go in the basement there. So we literally left our factory building, went outside into the house, and then went into the basement.
Why?
Because that's what they told us to do. I forgot you left. You left by then, yeah. Because this is around like 4:15ish, and you were done.
When
by
was
then.
this?
A couple months ago.
Oh.
Yeah. Like we always joke about like when we like practice fire safety and tornado safety. It's like, oh, for fire you go to the bathrooms, and for a tornado you run outside. And no, sure as shit, there's a tornado.
You ran outside.
Yeah, and they fucking were like, hey, everyone, we're gonna go to the house and go in
Over
the
to
basement.
Emily's, huh?
Yep. You don't fucking say some names.
Oops.
I always thought that was fucking hilarious. They actually made us go outside to the house next door during a tornado thing. How'd it go?
We're good.
Oh, good. Just like the last 3 songs you played for us went pretty good too, huh? What did you say?
I think I've determined that I don't want to be like if I'm ever found as a corpse, I don't want it to be like, oh, and he soiled himself.
Well, at least you were in the bathroom. So if a tornado hit and you were in the bathroom, they were like, at least he tried.
That happens to everybody, though.
What?
I'm sorry.
It's just gonna happen. You can't avoid it.
I know, but at least I can like reduce the amount. You know what I mean?
You like starve for a couple days.
Well, so wouldn't you want to die in a bathroom though, or on the toilet like Elvis? Or whatever?
Elvis.
Go out like Elvis. That was mostly pills, right? That wasn't the toilet's fault, right?
No, the toilet did not kill him. No,
okay.
he definitely did.
I just want to make sure.
He was like allergic to whatever the toilet was made of and died.
That was the last thing he was in contact with, you know. So.
Someone laced it with something.
It's a very crafty toilet. By the time that they got there, it managed to put itself back together. And
So what you're saying is like
Pull
a
it
fucking
back down
transformer.
yes.
Oh shit! Some new level shit we're thinking of now.
It's been serious.
That part on the
You
bottom
guys save it
of
for the podcast.
thing, whatever, just reaches out, just beat the fuck out of him.
Left no bruises on his body, but beat the fuck out of him.
It's a special horse thing.
God damn. Well, so
All I know is that that's a motorcycle outside right now.
I was like,
Poor guy.
Do I need to investigate that? No.
Poor guy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, do you really like motorcycles?
No, because when you hear a rumble,
Oh.
you got to make sure it's not the tornado coming up on
say,
you.
it could be a motorcycle outside, or
Or something worse.
something knocking on the door there. Y'all mind opening up so I can fucking kill you quick? Hope y'all in your toilet. Make it look like you tried.
God.
He attempted.
And they all died during an episode.
No, I don't think they would look if I died in the bathroom before I had gotten the chance to use the bathroom. If I was the guy who found my body, I would not react like, oh, at least he tried. I would react more like, so close, buddy, so close.
Like, I think this guy was mentally challenged and he couldn't quite figure it out.
He was trying.
Yeah.
And attempts were made.
It's like, oh,
He knew he was gonna die. He was just like, I gotta try to make this nice for the people.
you said you didn't quite make it, did you?
You just like before you die though, you just leave like a bunch of like cleanup wipes next to your body, just to make it more convenient for the people.
I'm about to die. Scatter the moist towelettes.
Yeah. Anything you can do to make it nicer for someone else. And dead.
I think we're about to die. Somebody grab the nice container of bleach and just set it next to my corpse.
Oh, you think I just have White Claw and your drinks in here? No, I definitely have moist towelettes and everything right here in case we die.
Here's the disinfectant wipes.
Just run and dive into the tub.
See you in the afterlife.
Oh yeah. Then you actually die in a pool of your own, like shit and piss.
Yeah, but you're dead. You don't care.
But imagine.
Yeah, it's not your problem.
But imagine owning your own.
And when they get you out of there, they can just like turn it on and rinse it down.
At least make it easier to
Yeah,
drink.
and you could even be nicer and like strip all your clothes off. Did you say that or no?
No, I did not.
No, see, I'm being nicer to just get fully naked and jump in the tub.
And just like circle any tattoos that they could help, like in case they don't know.
Identify the body?
Yeah, just like in case, like, you know,
Hey,
ceiling.
no,
takes
are
out
you
the-
really dying, or are you just doing this for fun, Adam?
I mean, that's like a Thursday for me. What do you think I'm doing tomorrow? Like really?
Like, at what point in time could you have prevented this 2 hours of work and just sought shelter? You know, like.
It's like, so we found Adam Dunlap's body in the toilet, and he like pissed and shit himself. Okay, yeah. So what's the problem? It seems like his body was laying there for 2 weeks. So he did not die right away. You mean this guy just laid there till he died?
Estimated time of death was 2 hours ago.
He even left a note. He had his phone charging while he was doing this.
Yep, natural causes. Yep.
He's watching YouTube.
Probably. Watching some speed runs.
This appears to be strictly natural causes.
Yeah.
You see that type of rash there? You only get that after festering in your shit for 2 weeks. He pooed himself a while ago.
That's how it works, trust me. Speaking from experience. Well, dicks. Adam, I think it's about time we wrap this shit up, huh? I think we got pretty good shit here.
I think we
did a thing.
I think we did a thing. I think that's what my Facebook post says. I'm here to do a thing.
Well, there you go. We did a thing.
We did a thing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Of the jury.
Hope you enjoyed what you heard tonight. I know I certainly did.
So thanks for coming on.
Give it up to Adam Webb.
Hi.
From Disasterland. Pretty damn awesome.
You can find their album on. You go to their Facebook page and they have a link on their Bandcamp page.
Mhm.
You can go to Bandcamp or SoundCloud, Disasterland.
Do that thing.
Listen to my music.
And you just heard 2 exclusive songs. You lucky bastards. We all are lucky bastards tonight, except for Caleb. You probably heard it before. Oh yeah, look at him nodding confidently.
Smug bitch.
Like, yeah, look at me.
I'm on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm in the know-how.
He's better than everybody.
Son of a bitch. Sure. Flash that Mario picture.
God, no.
All right, so everybody have a good night. We'll see you next Wednesday.
We have David Quinn on next Wednesday.
The David Quinn.
If anyone wanted an update for Nate Chapin from last week, he shit himself like crazy when he woke up, and he went to work for 2 hours and then had to go home because his stomach hurt so bad and he was shitting like crazy. So if you want to watch our last trivia questions episode, you'll understand why he was horrible the next day.
Do you get a lot of questions wrong?
Yeah, I think he actually only got 1 right, didn't he? He got the first one right, and then he
Thought he
took a
got
shot
2.
for getting it right.
No, there was more.
Okay, I was gonna say
He got some right.
I was gonna say he got the first one right, and we were like, "Oh, good job!" But he still took a shot of it, and we're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm not a pussy" or some shit like that. You know? Just
Dumb.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That'll
so
get you.
have a good night. We'll see you next Wednesday. Sometime between 6 and, I don't know, 6:58, whatever. Who knows?
timing,
We
whatever.
we try to pick a time.
We shoot for 6.
Yeah, but like I was telling Adam, patience is a virtue, and good people wait for stuff. So, and if you're in this area, stay safe. What with the tornadoes and all.
If you're not, fuck off.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Be a lucky son.
Thanks for watching. All that jazz. Shit.
Like, share, subscribe, tweet me at David Dobrik.
My name is Jeff.